Poso, everybody. My name is Sophie Teller, and welcome to another week of online virtual learning with Menominee 4-H. I am the Positive Youth Development Educator for Menominee County Nation, and I help oversee the Menominee 4-H clubs in Kashina and Neopet. So if this is your first time joining one of our virtual learning sessions, what we do is we basically discuss a learning opportunity lesson and then we have an activity to follow. So today we're going to be learning about Menominee language, and we have a Menominee language challenge that we're going to be doing today. So I am going to share my screen with you all so you can see what I see. Welcome to the Menominee Language Challenge lesson. What we're going to do is we're going to have a brief overview of our activity and our program today. We're going to be having a brief Menominee history lesson, and then we're going to be discussing the challenge and ending with a Menominee language memory game to see if you remember what you learned today. So first off, we can start by first looking at our state of Wisconsin and where we live, right? The Menominee tribe, the Menominee people, are the oldest residents, the oldest tribe in this area. This is our original homeland. And did you know that many of the towns in the state of Wisconsin and even further south and north of us are named after Menominee words? So, for example, some of them are Neopet, for example, which is town on our reservation. That means four sitting. Kashina, that means swift flyer. And then keep in mind that, you know, the way these are pronounced now are not necessarily how the Menominee language is pronounced. They're pronounced a little differently. But for the sake of this lesson, we're just going to be saying them the way they're pronounced today. Okay. Wasa, that means far away. Oh, I skipped one. Shauno, that's where I live. I live in Shauno, which is a town right south of the reservation. I know that's pronounced Sawano, which means south. Oshkosh, Kla, Manawa, bad place. Wauwatosa, little ball, little firefly. Escanaba, which is north of us, right, in Michigan. That means fresh water. Mequon, that's kind of south by Milwaukee area, which means feather. And Kenosha, pike. And then as far down as Chicago is where some of our homelands used to be, that actually means skunk. So in case you're in the car and you're traveling and you look at some of these signs, know that these are some of them are Menominee words. And now you even know what some of them mean. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to have a brief Menominee language overview. I'm going to be talking a little bit about this challenge that I have designed for you guys. This is a really fun way for you to learn language at home without having to sit in a classroom or attend a class necessarily. This is a good way, I think, at least for me, a good hands-on way to learn your language and kind of an everyday format. So today what we're going to do is we're going to review 10 words. Okay, and these 10 words are household items that you have in your house, right? So for example, chair. What I'd like you all to do is take a piece of paper, just a small like cardstock paper or any kind of paper you have, and I'd like you to write the word on how to say that on a piece of paper and put it on the chair. So that way you know how to say that word, and you're going to see it every day, and you can practice how to say that. Table, we all have a table in our house. Put it on your table using tape and tape it on there. And then light, a lamp, or if you have something where a light is, put it on there. A door, I would suggest maybe putting it above the door. A shelf, if you have a bookshelf, something in your house, put that word on there. Book or paper, I know you all have books and papers at home, probably from your homework, so you could label that, know how to say that word. Your cupboard, this is kind of like where you keep your dishes and things. A cup, clock, and a sink. So I want you all to take a look at these words. We're going to go over how to say them, and then let's start labeling them. And this is going to be our Menominee language challenge. Okay, so I did get a pre-recording from a Menominee language teacher. He's actually my dad, John Teller, and he actually pre-recorded some of these words for us. So we have the correct pronunciation because some of these can be a little long, but we're going to start then with the first word.
Shelf. Masanikan. Book, paper. Swan. Swan.
Oh, 1 second.
Window.
Okay.
Kupin na casa. Kupin na casa. A cup. Little cup. Tepahikan. Clock. Sydney Nachikan.
Okay, so that is how we say our words. Those are the proper pronunciations. I really just wanted to make sure that those are said correctly. All right, so I hope you were listening and I hope that you were learning how to say these words, and then I hope you can remember, because right now we're going to play a game, and this is called the Menominee Language Memory Game. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a word, and I'd like you guys to try to remember how to say it and what the word means. Okay, you ready? Get your minds right. Atuta pecan. What is that? Does anybody remember? If you said chair, you were right. Atuta pecan. Atupuan. Atupuan. I hope I'm saying these right. Table. You said table, you're right. Okay, what's the next one? Wat nanikan. Wat nanikan. Light. Light. If you said light, you're right. Eskuatem. Eskuatem. What's that mean? Door. Eskuatem. Ta nani kwanan. Or ta nani kwakan. Ta na kwakakan. I'm so sorry. I'm not saying these right. What's that one mean? Shelf. Masanikan. Masanikan. Books. Paper. A tots one. A tots one. Cupboard. Cupboard. Okay, this is a big one. Kuapakanesa. Kuapakanesa. Cup. That means cup. Tepahikan. Tepahikan. Anybody remember that one? Clock. Okay, this is the last one. Kasanani kasanani kwan. Or kasanani chikan. Kasanani chikan. Sink. Yay! See it? Let me know how many you got. If you got any correct. If you didn't, that's okay. You're going to be learning these words now, though. Um, I have trouble with pronunciating some of these words. They're a little long. I'm not a language speaker. I'm also in training. I'm learning slowly as we go. And I think this is a really good way to learn your language. Just having these little labels up in your house, I think, is a really good way to learn. And feel free to write it out the way it sounds. I suggest having the actual spelling correctly so you know how it's spelled, but then maybe underneath have it print and written in how it sounds. And I think that's okay to do. Um, this is a really fun little activity that you can do at home, especially now, being in quarantine and practicing social distancing. A lot of us are spending a lot of time in our homes and in our houses. This is a good way that you can teach your children, a good way as a family to learn how to speak your language and learn some new words. If maybe you know some words already, you can start adding to your vocabulary. And feel free, everyone, feel free to add on. I just started out with these 10 words. I felt like these were some basic words to start with to begin learning, but you could totally do so much more. You could do salt and pepper, water, maybe how to say utensils, and then eventually even getting into talking and doing more sentences, how you do that. So I would like you all to try to do this at home, and learn how to speak your language. Language is powerful. If you know your language, you're doing a really good job. And our elders would be very proud of us for learning how to speak our language. So um, if you do have, say, you wanted to learn more or label more things in your house, I know that we do have a Menominee language lexicon book that you can refer to get some of these words, get some of the spellings. Um, I would just reach out to the Language and Culture Commission for that. And I was told earlier today even that there's a website. It's like a dictionary website where you can go and even listen to some of the pronunciations on how to say these words. So reach out to the Language and Culture Commission if you have questions. Joey Iwanape is the director of that, so he'd be definitely a good resource. Use Facebook, ask people how to say words, but if you really want the accuracy and the correct pronunciation and how to say things, definitely reach out to our culture commission, because that's what they're there for. They're there to help us, and they really are encouraging teaching our language here on our reservation. It's a very positive initiative to teach our language to our young people. But start now. Start at home. Doesn't matter how old you are. I'm an adult and I'm still learning myself. So it's a good way to learn your culture. And thank you all so much for tuning in today. This was a shorter meeting, and I hope you all have a good day. Match and